kits and fits you've done?
My name is Matthew Giovanni. I've done 7.
Cosmo's done 3.
Cosmo Giovanni has done
3. I'm Kathryn Giovando, and we have done 6 kits, 6 or 7 kits, and a fits.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so what do you think of the program from both of your perspectives?
It's great. It's really fun. The dancing's definitely a workout. And the leaders are it's a very, very safe, inclusive space. The food's good. And there's a bunch of games and people to share it with.
Awesome. Okay. And what is that was a lot of good things. And for you, Mom, like do you notice a difference in Matthew from taking this?
Yes, a huge difference. I notice his anxiety and stress level goes from sort of a 7 in our everyday world to
about a 3
when we walk onto the property.
And also this helps me develop leadership skills.
Communication, clearing, understanding how to cooperate and collaborate in a group. The biggest thing that I see this program offering is almost instantaneous acceptance. So any quirks or uniqueness that a child has is embraced. So it's not magnified or exploded. And so as they're able to work through those quirks or their stumbling blocks or their walls that they have, they're able to transcend, and the whole group transcends with them. The power of a week, Denise we had talked about counseling, and she said what the kids are learning in an inclusive environment where they're engaged 24/7 with each other, they're learning, it's such an intense experience that it's far better than being able to do an hour of counseling where you drop into a session with a whole bunch of masks on. You're there, you're real, you're doing it on the stage. I find the kids get to, as you're discovering roles, you're discovering pieces of yourself.
And you get to look at the world from a different perspective, the perspective of your character.
Absolutely. And the value of doing that without having to have real life experiences, you get to drop into feeling and even connect those experiences with feelings in your body and have body sensation and learn that body awareness.
For me, this is one of my favorite places. Every summer, I love going here.
As a parent who came here 25 years ago, this is where I healed from my cancer. I learned how to love safely with boundaries. I learned how to connect to my body and not dissociate. I couldn't have thought for a better place to send my son, because even as a parent, all of my foibles show up in my parenting, and he's learning and we're learning together how to work them out. So I couldn't have thought for a better way to save my nickels and dimes to come to do a program that is already training you how to do life in a different way than I did.
And how to be yourself in a safe place that you can take out to the world.
To see the kids dancing freely with each other and interacting, multi-age groups, multi-levels, they're going from being a supporter to being a leader to being a leader within, to all the different roles they're trying on. And they're not segregated by age or by sex or by abilities. They're all...
by pronoun.
Yeah, you're all working together as a collaborative effort. You have faith and trust in this program like nothing else. When the show is not complete, you're not stressed about it now. We know it's going to work out.
When I get on the stage, it goes a bit higher, but I know it's an inclusive and safe space, and if there's judgment, the people shouldn't really be here.
Or they learn to work through that judgment and learn to own that that's just a part of their process. So we're not aiming things at people, and we learn to just be able to have that self-reflection.
Matthew, how are you able to bring out your inner Wesley?
It was fun. I definitely like leading, but I also don't mind being in the background. Both feel safe and comfortable. But for this, I just had fun, and I was just kind of at the start just trying to be as indifferent as I could. As you wish. That was I was trying to do it automatically. And then for the later ones, I was just I love the costume so much. And then I was just that was just really fun for me.
You were very powerful, Wesley.
And I think the big thing is that underlying all of it was fun, but there was so much learning because you're able to access and let go of the seriousness, let go of the perfectionism, and have fun and play. And the learning that happens with the playing is amazing.
The reason I probably did so well is just because I had fun with the role. Like in the whatchamacallit, the Battle of Wits scene, like I added the Australian accent just in for fun. And that got quite a few laughs.
The other one was when you were like, I don't know, it's just been a usual day. Like,
Yeah.
what, nothing new.
Yeah, I can kind of do that, like, oh, nonchalant, like, while saying very, like, huh? How does that work like that?
I see that the whole time that we're here, and most of the time that we're here in this program, Matthew being his authentic self and feeling safe enough to reveal that. And for me, it's just like, wow. And to engage and meet people in your authentic self and make friends and connections is so powerful that hopefully that goes back into the world so you can choose friends where you can be all of you. And that's the beauty of the program, because it teaches you that point of connection so you can recreate it other places. We don't have many of those places in the world, or we keep looking, which keeps bringing us back here.
And every time I'm here, I find a new thing to appreciate.
Yeah.
For this, that I can be like, even just that little bit of like, that extra bit of just joy in me, like, I can go like, oh, it's just been an ordinary day, pushed off a cliff. That little bit of sarcasm mixed in with the joy.
Well, and to appreciate of himself, this is not something that he can say at home. We have to work and dig and try and pull those things out. You're sitting here without me trying to extract and being able to connect with things that you have pride in yourself. That's the gift of the program.
And this has also built up my like courage with being around people. Like I when I'm at home, like I'm a bit more shy, but when I'm here, I just like I am a different person, a better person, I would say.
I think you're more of you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and you're not as guarded because this is a safe place. That community is inclusive.
The stress weighing me down is gone.
Absolutely.
So I can fly high.
And that's the power, too, of Denise quietly facilitating, but also the joy as a person watching all of the mentors. The mentors can be the littles, they can be the big, they can be the puppy. Everyone is learning and teaching each other. So even as a parent, oh my gosh, the parent sessions, I have been doing them, and every time I learn something new and I listen on a different level. At first it was listening about the things I'm doing wrong, and now it's information and they're tools, and I'm able to let go of that self-hate or that self-judgment and just be able to be present. And there's so many nuggets, and to be there with other parents listening and collaborating and talking and sharing is also powerful, because as a parent, for me as a single parent, I can feel really isolated. And the beauty too, Matthew, is there are no inclusive little family groups. Kids play with each other, and as an only child and as a single parent, to have him be able to play with many people of many ages, borrow dads, little brothers and sisters, big brothers and sisters, the role models and the modeling that he gets is so wonderful. And you have a next hope of what next stage you'd like to go into, and what's that?
Becoming an intern.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do that. I think I would love it, because I love being here already. I would get to have a bit of leadership while being in a very safe, inclusive space. And one of my favorite parts about the program is that even though the show has some direction, it's still the kids' show at the end of the day. Like, yeah, we have other people directing it, but we still we have that kind of freedom.
That creative freedom and license?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that allows us to be more confident and less stressed.
Yeah, it's a really neat place to have a voice for creativity for the kids. And you're really respected for that. You're not just playing a part. You get to develop your part. No, I have nothing but the highest of regard for the program. There's nothing that I could think of for our summertime that is more value as a mom of a son who wanting to develop an emotionally resilient son, future leader, who is authentic in who he is and knows that.
I I also have nothing but praise for this place.
And this is coming from a kid I had to drag out of the car 6 or 7 years ago because you're terrified and nervous and anxious. And to watch that blooming and blossoming, we had to be coaxed out of the car. And then Cosmo actually was the one that got us to Fitz. And now to see you running out of the car, just feeling at home, safe, and instantly it's like a family of friends.
You have old friends, you have the leaders who you've always known and always appreciate so much. And plus, you get a new group of kids every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we changed our weeks because we had been coming to a similar week every year. And that's been a gift too, to try a new group and to feel instantly at home, even though it wasn't the same people. So I encourage everybody to be open to that. It will all be perfectly imperfect and the show will unfold and there will be a gift for your children and for your family and as a parent. And a person too. Just looking at the sunsets here are enough to fill my soul.
And then like watching the sunset, hearing the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just the best part. This is just the best parts of everything.
So what should we say? Thank you to Denise.
Thank you very much, Denise.
Yeah, absolutely, Denise. We have your life's work is
Incredible.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely astonishing.
Definitely.
Or as our theme for this year is inconceivable.
Thank you.